In Atomic Habits, James Clear promises that you don't need more willpower or bigger goals. You need smarter systems. And by the end of this video, you'll know the exact 4-law framework he uses to build habits that actually stick. This book has sold over 25 million copies for a reason. It turns behavior change from a mystery into something almost mechanical. Let's break down chapter by chapter how tiny 1% shifts quietly rebuild your entire life. James Clear opens Atomic Habits with a simple but powerful idea. Tiny habits compound into massive results over time, just like money growing in a bank account. Imagine getting just 1% better every day for a year. That's not a small win. That's you ending up 37 times better than when you started. But here's the catch. Most people quit before they see results, because habits often look like nothing is happening for weeks or months. A stretch Clear calls the plateau of latent potential, like an ice cube sitting in a slightly warm room before it suddenly melts. He also argues you should fall in love with systems, not goals, because goals are about the result you want, while systems are the daily processes that actually get you there. A goal is winning the championship, but a system is the training schedule that makes winning likely, regardless of the score. Clear says the deepest way to change habits isn't to focus on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. Because your identity drives your habits more than any goal ever could. Every single habit you perform is like a vote for the type of person you want to be. So skipping a cigarette isn't just avoiding smoke. It's a vote for being a non-smoker. That's why he suggests you start by asking, who do you want to become? And then work backward to find habits that prove that identity, rather than starting with a result and hoping the identity follows. If you believe you're a healthy person, going for a run isn't a chore. It's simply confirming who you already are. And each small habit acts like evidence, stacking up over months, until your self-image actually shifts to match your actions. Every habit, good or bad, follows the same 4-step loop. A cue triggers a craving. The craving motivates a response, and the response delivers a reward. Think about checking your phone. The buzz is the cue. The itch to know what happened is the craving. Unlocking the phone is the response, and that little hit of curiosity satisfied is the reward. Clear points out that the craving is really the engine of the whole loop. Because you don't crave the phone itself, you crave the feeling it gives you. From this loop, he builds 4 practical laws for building good habits and breaking bad ones. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Each law targets one stage of the loop. So if you want a habit to stick, you basically need to win at all 4 stages, not just one. The first law, make it obvious, is all about designing clear cues so you don't have to rely on willpower to remember your habit. One of Clear's favorite tools is habit stacking, where you attach a brand new habit to one you already do automatically, like saying, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. He also pushes implementation intentions, a fancy way of saying you write down exactly when and where a habit will happen, because a vague plan like exercise more almost never survives a busy week. Environment design matters just as much. If you put a bowl of fruit on the counter instead of hiding it in a drawer, you're far more likely to eat it, because visible cues get acted on and invisible ones get forgotten. Basically, Clear wants you to make the good choice the obvious choice before your day even starts. Law 2 is make it attractive. Because the more appealing a habit feels in the moment, the more likely you are to repeat it. Clear describes a trick called temptation bundling, where you pair something you need to do with something you want to do, like only letting yourself watch your favorite show while you're on the treadmill. He also explains that humans naturally imitate the habits of the people around them, especially the tribe they feel closest to. So joining a running club, or a group of people already living the lifestyle you want makes the habit feel normal instead of hard. One powerful mental trick is to highlight the benefits of a habit before you do it, turning a workout from a painful chore into your one chance today to build a stronger, sharper version of yourself. In short, habits stick when your brain expects something good to come from them, not just when you know they're good for you. Law 3, make it easy, is really about reducing the amount of effort a habit takes, because Clear found that people consistently choose whatever option requires the least energy in the moment. He suggests deliberately cutting friction for good habits, laying out your gym clothes the night before, or keeping a guitar on a stand in the living room instead of in its case in a closet. At the same time, you should add friction to bad habits, like removing the TV remote batteries so binge watching becomes just annoying enough to skip. His favorite starter tool is the 2-minute rule, where any new habit gets shrunk down to something so small it's almost impossible to say no to, like read 1 page or do 1 push-up. Because starting is the hardest part, and momentum takes care of the rest. The goal isn't to make the habit impressive, it's to make showing up so easy, there's no excuse not to. The 4th law, make it satisfying, matters because our brains are wired to repeat what feels rewarding right now, not what pays off years from now. That's a problem, since good habits like saving money or eating vegetables usually reward you later, while bad habits like junk food or scrolling reward you instantly. Clear's fix is to add a small, immediate reward to good habits, and one of the simplest ways to do that is habit tracking, like marking an X on a calendar every day you follow through, because watching that visual chain grow feels satisfying all on its own. He also gives a rule for when you inevitably slip up: never miss twice. So if you skip a workout on Monday, treat that as a one-time accident and make absolutely sure you show up on Tuesday. Adding an accountability partner or even a habit contract where you agree to a real penalty for failing raises the stakes enough to make sticking with it feel urgent. Clear wraps up the framework by showing that breaking a bad habit is just running the 4 laws in reverse. Make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. If you want to stop wasting hours on your phone, you make it invisible by leaving it in another room. Unattractive by remembering how empty scrolling actually makes you feel. Difficult by deleting the app so you'd have to re-download it every time. And unsatisfying by telling a friend to call you out whenever they catch you doing it. Zoomed all the way out, Clear's real message is that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, and the person you become is simply the sum of thousands of these small, repeated votes. You'll never actually see instant results from one good choice, but stack enough of them, and one day you look up and realize you've become someone completely different. The single biggest idea in Atomic Habits is that you don't need to transform your life overnight. You just need systems that make good choices a little more obvious, easy, and satisfying each day. Change your identity, stack your habits, and let time compound the rest. If this breakdown helped, subscribe for more book summaries that actually teach you something you can use today.